Okay, you also need to be able to articulate when there is a compatible relationship between promoting equity and economic efficiency. So some examples of how promoting equity can lead to increased efficiency. So some examples of that may be in cases where income inequality is really extreme, so when there's really a lack of opportunity for low-skilled workers, that can lead to decreased participation and can lead to poor education levels amongst society, poor attitudes, poor skills and poor health. So what some policies that promote equity can also help to promote a more efficient allocation of resources. So for example, if we were to invest in public education, then that's the idea of that will promote equity because everyone's getting access to education, but it should also lead to a more efficient workforce because you've got more people with the skills capable of making a meaningful, productive contribution to the workforce. Health, again, the more healthy people are, the more people can give access to public health, the more actively they can be involved in the workforce because they don't have health problems keeping them back. Welfare measures can also improve the quality of human capital and boost productivity if they're taken in the right manner. So, for example, welfare reform designed to encourage people to work while they're on welfare can as well help to promote efficiency. But the key ones are education and health can be designed to promote equity but can also help efficiency. Higher levels of spending on public education and health can lead to increases in labour efficiency and more sustainable or faster rates of economic growth because of increased supply. These policies are often more efficient than tax concessions for the rich and negative gearing. Increased spending in health and education also helps to reduce crime rates, which boosts allocative efficiency. So not only does it boost technical efficiency because of a more productive workforce, it also reduces the incidence of negative externalities, which promotes allocative efficiency. In countries with high levels of inequality, too many resources are going to be devoted towards the production of demerit goods like alcohol and illicit drugs, while other resources are devoted towards dealing with problems with inequality. So if there's too much inequality, that can lead to incidents of riots and homelessness and crime because people are living in absolute poverty, and then that can flow on to reduced efficiency because of the issues associated with that. It's not an efficient allocation of resources if there's increased incidents of crime and homelessness and riots. It's not an allocatively efficient allocation of resources. So spending on healthcare and education can promote technical efficiency. Spending can also promote allocative efficiency because there's less incidents of crime, dealing with drugs and resources being put to areas combating problems in the economy. In terms of the opposite, ways that promoting efficiency can promote equity. By increasing efficiency, we can boost the total incomes of a nation. So it's about increasing the total national income or the size of the income cake. Ways promoting efficiency can boost efficiency. If we give tax cuts to the rich, the argument is that they will increase their investment spending and that'll promote economic growth. So lower taxes can encourage the rich citizens to take risks. That will encourage businesses and wealthy households to invest, which helps to generate greater volumes of production because we have better technology and machinery, which can lead to lower prices and increased employment opportunities in the long term. So giving tax cuts to the rich can lead to increased employment, increased production, and potentially lower prices. Moving, for example, to a more proportional tax system, so a flat rate of tax of, say, 25% on all incomes, whilst reducing welfare payments at the same time, should help boost entrepreneurialism, productivity, and innovation. The idea is that there is more of an incentive to enter those top tax brackets to make more money, which should all lead to increased real GDP and higher incomes. So the one reason is that when we target efficiency, we can increase the size of the economic cake, which can then flow on to improved equity through providing opportunities. Ways promoting efficiency can improve equity also include policies designed to promote investment in training and development. New technology and research can help boost productivity. So if it's just general training towards employees designed to promote efficiency, that can also help boost productivity and lower our prices, which creates jobs and facilitates growth in the long term. Policies designed to encourage businesses to use more capital in the production process may lead to more structural unemployment in the short term, which can hurt equity, but they may help to boost our productive capacity and create jobs in the long term as we become more internationally competitive. And then as we become more internationally competitive and export more, that'll create jobs for more people, more exports, and get people out of absolute poverty. Efficiency measures can lead to a faster rise in the nation's productive capacity and allow for higher real incomes per person. Efficiency also helps to lower inflation and boosts purchasing power for low and middle income earners. So the idea is that by increasing our GDP, it should lead to increases in average incomes, more taxation revenue for the government, which can then be used to provide assistance, welfare, healthcare, education to low-income earners without causing us to go into even more national debt. So policies designed to promote education and training help to boost productivity and create jobs. Policies that encourage business expansion in capital help to create jobs and increase our international competitiveness and become more productive. It also leads to lower prices, which is good for increasing purchasing power, and it can also mean the government has more money when they're more efficient, which then they can use to provide the services to low-income earners. So to sum up, policies that promote equity can benefit efficiency. Okay? When there's too much inequality, there's too much discouragement into participation, and there's too much underutilisation of resources, which is not efficient. Policies promoting equity, like education and health in particular, can improve the quality of our human capital and make us more productive. Higher levels of spending on public education and health can increase labour efficiency. In countries with too much inequality, too many resources are also devoted towards demerit goods like illicit drugs and solving crimes and riots, which is also not good for efficiency. In terms of the other way around, by increasing efficiency, we can boost total production or incomes, which creates equity. Tax cuts for the rich can promote investment spending. Encouraging businesses to invest can lead to greater volumes of production. Proportional tax systems can lead to increased real GDP, which helps to decrease poverty as well as training and development of new technology. Policies to increase capital in the production process may hurt equity in the short term as people lose their jobs, but it can boost productive capacity, keep prices down, and boost net exports in the long term. Efficiency helps to lower inflation, which also boosts purchasing power, and it can also increase the amount of taxation revenue the government receives so they can provide essential services.